All right, good morning, and good morning again to you. Q94.7 ready to roll. 8 o'clock hour brought to you by Cornelius Custom Services. And on every Wednesday, we get it kicked off as we bring in the taxi and open the door. And Joe, the Bryan insurance guy, steps out and comes on in. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rick. How are you today?
Well, I guess about as good as you can get.
I think I know why you're as happy this morning.
Don't even bring it up. Don't even go there.
I heard that promo earlier.
I know.
I'm sure all the listeners heard it, too.
Yes, the Fandangle is coming.
Now, Rick, you and I are doing that remote again from the Fandangle this year. You decided your favorite festival.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Yes, enjoy yourself. That'll be fun. All right, Joe, today we're going to talk about something that I don't know if you and I have ever talked about this yet when we talked about insurance. And we're talking about gap insurance. I'm not talking the gap between your teeth. I'm talking about...
And you're not talking about the clothing store.
No, not talking about that. Talking about what happens if, let's say, you go out, you buy a car.
A new car.
And that car is worth about $15,000, $20,000. Let's, say it's not a real high dollar car. You total that car. Your insurance company gives you $5,000 for it. What are you going to do with that other $10,000?
Sure, and I don't know if the disparity would be that large, but you typically see this in higher value cars. Anything that's going to be say $15,000 on upward to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. As most people know, you go out to any car dealership, you buy a car, and let's just use a round number. Let's say a $40,000 truck, and the second you drive that brand new shiny 2014 car off the lot that you just paid $40,000, you probably financed it unless you paid cash, but let's say you financed it or leased it, drive it off the lot, drive 2 miles down the road and total the sucker, it's going to be worth less than it was 2 miles up the road when you bought it for $40,000. So what some companies will do, they will have options added onto their auto coverage that are called gap insurance. Now, I will tell you that most finance companies at the dealership will push this as well because, quite honestly, it's just a product that they sell. But what gap insurance does is it replaces the gap between what the car is valued at from a miles, wear and tear, things of that nature, versus what you may still owe on that vehicle. And it's a really good, inexpensive way to kind of protect yourself because typically what would happen, let's just take that scenario out a little bit further. Let's say it's a year down the road. You've put 10, 15,000 miles on it. Maybe you got a few nicks and scratches or whatever. So that $40,000 truck is totaled, and they're going to say, okay, based on the wear and tear, based on the mileage, so forth like that, that truck is now going to be worth $27,000, $28,000. That's what we're going to pay you for, plus a little bit extra usually is what I find when they total out a vehicle. And so let's just say we got that number up to $28,000. Well, you may still owe, you've been paying on it for a year, maybe you still owe $36,000, $37,000, $34,000, something of that nature. So there's that $4,000 to $5,000 to $6,000 gap between what you owe and what the vehicle is actually worth totaled out. Gap insurance replaces that. And so typically we've seen it anywhere from, $1.60 a month, 60 cents a month, $2 a month, something in that nature that you can add to your auto insurance policy to cover that. Obviously, if you bought the car outright, gap insurance is not going to be something you're going to need. If you've put a large down payment down, gap insurance is not something you're going to need just because there's not going to be that difference between what you owe and what the vehicle is worth. So there are some scenarios where, hey, gap insurance just doesn't work for you. There are also some other add-ons that you can go with. Some auto companies will allow you, auto insurance companies will give you new car replacement. I know Allstate is one of them. We've got some other companies that we represent as well over at Bryan that will allow you, if you've got a brand new car or a car within a year or two old, so, in this case, if it's a 2014, 13, in some cases a 2012, and you wreck that vehicle and it's totaled out. Last year you bought that brand new truck, you totaled it, now you need to get a car replacement. They will give you the new car equivalency of that. So instead of going out and allowing you to get a 2013, they're going to get you a 2014 on that. They're going to give you enough money to get that 2014 versus just giving you the value of the 2013. So those are just some add-ons and some features that car insurance companies will allow you to do if your car is only a year or two old.
Question, let's say I go out and buy a new pickup. and I'm at the dealership, and they say, okay, we need this is the reason why you need GAP insurance, da-da-da. And I say, okay, look, that's too expensive. I don't want it. And then I'm driving down the highway. I have a near miss, and I'm thinking, man, what do I do? Can I call you and add that on to my current policy? Or do I have to do it through the finance company?
No, you can add it to your current policy. That's no problem as long as the company that you're with offers that, obviously. When most folks, well, pretty much all folks, if you've got full coverage auto insurance right now, or you have auto insurance right now, and you go out this weekend, you go pick up that new truck because your son just graduated high school, and I think he was telling me that you guys were going to be getting him a new truck this weekend, which is great for Matt.
News to me.
Oh, it is news to you. Okay. Well, anyway, so you've got because of your policy, you have a full coverage or a regular auto insurance policy. You've got up to 30 days to add that vehicle.
Okay.
It's a good idea to add it right away. Just because that's just what you do. But things happen, you're out partying in the truck, all kinds of stuff. It takes you a couple weeks. You want to add that vehicle right away, but adding a coverage like GAP insurance, new car replacement, stuff like that, as long as your policy offers that, as long as your company offers that, yeah, you can add that to your auto policy when you switch that truck over.
Now, can like Brian Insurance, can y'all offer better prices on GAP insurance than what a finance company could offer? I mean, is there a big difference in it?
I'd have to go out and see what the rates are from a finance company. Maybe give Chris a call over there at Bailey's and have one of his finance guys call me and just see what GAP insurance is running for those guys. I don't really know off the top of my head. I always like to say, hey, if I can bundle it all together with my auto insurance, I'm just going to do that. Just kind of makes it easy. You don't have to worry, okay, well, I got my GAP over here, I got my auto insurance over there. No, it's simply, hey, I've got my auto, I've got my new car replacement, I'm good to go with with everything that I need for the auto. Again, I always tell folks you want to bundle your home and your auto together. If you don't, you're really leaving money on the table. And with pennies being pinched, somebody the other day said, hey, I'm pinching pennies. And I said, forget the pennies, I'm pinching dollars.
Right.
So when you're pinching dollars out there and you're trying to make every dollar count, you want to bundle all that stuff together to give you, because they're going to give you discounts on your home for having your home and auto. They're going to give you discounts on your auto for having your home and auto. You want to bundle those things together where at all possible to try to get the most savings that you can.
If folks need to get a hold of you asking questions, I know you got emails, I know you got phone numbers, all kinds of stuff. What do they need to do?
Really simple, 549-2525. You can call, talk to Lynette and myself. We'll get you squared away, get you covered the way you need to be. You can also come on up to the second floor of the Sierra Bank building. Again, we'll always give you that free elevator ride unless you feeling Jones and you want to take the stairs. But take the stairs up to the second floor, come on in. Sarah and Brenda be more than happy to get you where you need to go. We've also got commercial insurance as well. So all those folks who want to start up maybe like a landscaping business, lawn business this summer, you want to get yourself covered from the errant rocks that come flying out of the lawnmowers and stuff. We've got Brad and Ty. Those folks can get you squared away with a small commercial policy as well. It's funny, the other day Brad and I were talking. He's got insurance going for a movie that's coming up that a friend of his is producing. So we do everything from autos and homes to movies to landscapers to oil field guys. We've got the markets and the ability to get you covered pretty much any way you need to be.
So give them a call today at 549-2525. That is Brian Insurance. You can talk to Joe or any of the fine staff up there. They'll get you fixed up. Joe, appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you, Rick.
That's Joe, the Brian Insurance guy here on Your Lincoln Leader Q94.7.